All right, everybody, welcome back to Satisfactory. I'm excited to get back into some building here. So while we were gone, I have been focusing on gathering up some biomass to keep the machines running, and also in letting our machines run for a little bit and to get some resources together. So we will be, I believe, building the space elevator and getting into tier 2 and not tier 2, sorry, tier 0 content, as well as tier 1. So kind of make our rounds here, getting the supplies that we need for building the space elevator. Okay, I'm gonna grab this pale berry. And that biomass has been running pretty efficiently compared to the leaves and wood that we were feeding it beforehand. Alright. So I think for our space elevator, we do have the ability to move it. So I think I'm just going to throw it here for right now. And let's get it placed right here close to the hub where, oh my, I forgot how big this thing is.
That's what she said.
And there should be like an operating pedestal on one side. I don't know if it's shown in the, yep, there we go. Excellent. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Now this is cool. Oh, they have just done amazing things with some of those graphics. And there we go. The station is now tethered to the planet.
Project assembly initialized. Congratulations, Pioneer. The space elevator will now automatically connect with the Project Assembly orbital platform. Project assembly is divided into phases, each of which require the delivery of project parts, such as smart plating, via the space elevator. Subsequent phases unlock access to new tiers with more advanced technologies to construct, automate, explore, and exploit. It is time to be honest. This project is part of the Save the Day program, the largest united undertaking in human history, destined to save us all. Earth is in peril, and only Fix-It pioneers offer hope for survival. Fix-It is counting on you. Humanity is counting on you. Do not let Fix-It down.
Okay. Wow, I am actually quite impressed with just the little bits and pieces of things that they have done to improve that animation. That was cool. The sirens, the scraping metal, yeah. Okay, so we have some tier 0 milestones that we can go through here. Now, but to hit autosave, it shouldn't be too bad because we haven't built a whole ton yet. But there's going to be kind of a time lock after we submit these. So what I want to be a little bit strategic in what we do here. Now we can sample from tier 1 or tier 2. Chainsaw, awesome shops. Okay. So I think my plan, let's get our basic splitter, merger, and lift, and the building efficiency stat. Not sure what that is. That's a little bit new to me. We're going to select that milestone. We're going to submit the items. We need some wire in order to do so. I think that rock is always going to confuse me. And we're going to submit that. And we're going to hit the button. Now if we run out here, we should be able to see...
Milestone reached. Conveyor belts can now merge, split, and lift to save space and enhance the productivity of your factory. Fixit encourages you to consider investing in verticality when it comes to factory logistics. If you feel stressed by this complexity, imagine yourself on the shore of a vast and calm ocean. Breathe in. Visualize all the people relying on you. The sea is made of billions of faces, each staring at you with hope and tears in their eyes. Breathe out. Feel refreshed and focused on your duties.
That's funny. Fear. What was that? Hope in their eyes and tears. That was awesome. Kind of picturing that in my head a little bit. Alright, so... I have not ventured, I promise I have not ventured too far in terms of just that little bit of downtime. I don't think I went beyond that like tree and rock line. I just wanted to get a plan of what do we got. So one thing I realized is that we actually have one more iron node up here, right? And we've got the iron rods going. I think it would be good to get some screws going as well. So we're gonna throw down a miner. And we're going to then get our smelter down. Right? And we're gonna need a little bit of power here, so I think we'll run this up. Before we do that though, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be pushing it, yeah, on our power limit. So we're gonna need one more biomass burner. We're gonna toss him right here. We got spot for, I think. We do not. So we're just gonna branch this off. It's gonna kill our power grid potentially for a second. And we're gonna add that in there and we're gonna restock. That should give us just that little bit more power to be able to carry through here.
With all the new servers I have running, we're about to max out the amperage and blow the main breaker anyway.
Yes, and there is our capacity. We are up at 100 now. So we're gonna connect. Ooh, missing cable as well. We're gonna throw that in there real quick. We'll let that focus on iron ingots. We do need to make some cable. I can hear our pod coming back. Yes, there we go. This is just beautiful. I love the quality of things here. Fix it, freighter, re-entry complete. I think we're just gonna fire off the next one here. Base building, milestone, let's go.
Milestone reached. Several new structures are now available for improving factory organization. Foundations provide a building grid, which makes it easier to manage placement of any structure. In the event that you are experiencing amnesia for all events prior to planetfall, be reassured that memories of beloved humans and/or animals would have only been distractions from your important mission.
That's pretty funny. Alright, so we're going to need reinforced iron plates for that. So we're going to need iron rod, and then... And I also want to build a lookout tower. Now, lookout towers are... I think that I've underutilized them in previous playthroughs. Between the lookout tower and the radar tower, these are good for just getting like a quick lay of the land up at an angle here and knowing what we have to work with, right? So boom, there is another concrete node that we have access to. Oof. Okay, now for reinforced iron plate, we're going to need some screws. Get these thrown together real quick. And we'll get our 2 constructors going. And as to not be too forgetful, okay, we will have enough for a storage container as well. And here comes our last phase. Last tier 0 submission. We're gonna need 300 screws. I'll wait till we... you know what? Let's go ahead and craft those now. And there we go. Alright, that should be enough to get us through. Just to get these last couple of buildings up. Oh, and I forgot to submit all those screws we just made.
Milestone reached. Supply the molecular analysis machine, referred to as the MAM, with local resources to research and develop new technologies. Potential technologies include exploration tools, weapons, and factory buildings.
Nice.
These are essential for maximizing your Pioneer efficiency and alignment with Fixit's core pillars: construct, automate, explore, and exploit. To advance Fixit's mission, all notable phenomena, resources, technology, or other influence should be investigated regardless of any perceived danger, as stated in the Pioneer contract.
Okay. So this is now going to give us the ability to make iron rods. And we're going to branch out our power just one more time. Beautiful. And, ooh, we might have to rebuild this. Yeah. Our constructor. And we'll build screws there. Reconnect that power. Excellent. And we can then throw down a storage for our screws to get into. They should just start coming out there. Excellent. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now we do get access to the MAM.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Now, this is kind of our research tree outside of our space assembly kind of goals here. So, tier 1 we have completed, or it will be completed once that lands here in about 60 seconds. So let's get the MAM queued up. We're gonna need 5 reinforced iron plates. And I think as we get into tier 1 here, we are going to... yeah, we're going to start building our first factory. We're going to need some more advanced parts here, but there is going to be some stuff that we do have the resources to do straight off the get-go here. And I think we will do that before we get into anything too crazy. There we go. Milestone exchange occurred. So there we go. Tier 1. It is not showing as complete just yet. I wonder if we're gonna get access to something else when we open the MAM here. So let's get this guy right here. Seems fine. Excellent. Okay. I have grabbed just a couple little things I saw laying on the ground around the area, just to see what we can unlock here, and it looks like we got a couple things. So we have alien megafauna. Alright, and this is going to be... It's going to take us submitting some of these things that we've just kind of picked up along the way. I'm going to take all of this, since we have the inventory space, and see what we can get done. Alright, so we have our hog research. That'll take 3 seconds.
The remains researched belong to an organism now dubbed the fluffy-tailed hog. It has many characteristics that would likely classify it among the Suidae family were it native to Earth. Hog remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving pioneer safety during exploration.
Excellent. We're going to have our hatcher, our splitters, and our stingers before we get access to some of these other little bits here. We're going to need quartz for those. The rebar gun would be fantastic, and the inhaler wouldn't be too bad. Alright, Caterium, which is essentially our gold here. That's kind of the next level wire. I picked up, it was just like a random, it's not a full-blown mining node, it was just like a chunk on a wall here. That's good for research early game, so we got that as well. Let's open that tree, and boom, there we go. Caterium ingot, we're going to need a little bit more.
The metal has been named Caterium after Fixit's greatest CEO, Katerina Parks. It has been added as a viable alternative to gold in industrial applications, specifically in advanced electronics due to its superconductivity, malleability, and corrosion resistance.
Excellent. All right, nutrients, we do have, we've got pale berries.
This fruit, dubbed the paleberry due to its tendency to stay light in color even when ripe, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
And we do have the bacon agaric mushroom. Okay, power slug. Now, I'm a little weary. Once we start getting into power slugs, I think things get just a tad bit more dangerous, potentially.
This semi-slug species seems to persist entirely through absorbing and storing energy from its surroundings. Studying this could provide new methods for improving Fixit production line efficiency. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
Yeah, so the power slugs are going to be, they are essentially, you can convert them into little like power cells that you use to overclock your buildings. So increasing the speed and rate that they run at. There's a blue one over there. I am not really equipped enough yet to want to venture up the intricacies of these cliffs. So I think we're gonna stay on safe ground for now. Because I can't jump that high. I don't have a jetpack or anything just yet. Continue kind of our little perimeter run here. See if we can find anything else noteworthy here before we go back and wrap up. Just kind of our, you know, little tier 0 things. Ooh, we have a cave. Let's I think this is a cave. It is a cave. Oh, this is perfect. So alright, this, I'm expecting some splitters in here. Oh, that is a Mercer Sphere. We're gonna grab some of this mycelia. It is a research
The fruit
item.
of this fungus-like flora does not seem to show much potential for use. However, its mycelial network is worth further investigation. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
I feel like this thing's not gonna spawn, but we touch the sphere, and these things are creepy. We only have a base level weapon. I'm not seeing... Man. I'm gonna grab just some more of these mycelia. Also, if you hold down E once you've picked up the first one, all you gotta do is kind of like mouse over the rest of the stuff. Alright, I think this is gonna spawn as soon as I grab it.
The astrobiologist Dr. D.M. Mercer was the first to recognize the presence and probable nature of these alien artifacts. These chain-melted state spheres are named in his honor. Each sphere emits a unique signal. Research it in the MAM to establish locally appropriate classification and application.
Alright, no. We did, no creepy crawlers. Alright. That's nice, at least. Mercer spheres are also going to be pretty important in terms of like remote inventory management later, which is going to make things a lot easier. Nope, nope, nope. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. Ah! Man, he hits like a truck. Yeah. No, no, I'm sorry. Holy moly, he is after us. We might. Ah! Oh man. He's coming right for us. Yeah, see, I don't really have the ability to dodge anything super crazy strong like that. Can I get up on this rock? Go away. Go away. Shoo. Go home. Go home. Oh wait, we might be able to... Where did you go? Man, this guy's got heck of hit points. There we go. Holy moly. A 3-for-1. Good night. Man. Okay. Boom. Okay. Now. Let's just grab this blue slug up here. I think it was up here. Ooh, this one's gonna be tougher to balance on. Yes, here we go. We're gonna walk this just to avoid the damage. We got some more Caterium over here. We might as well grab these little bits. This looks like it's going to be our, probably our major Caterium deposit early on in the game here. So we'll grab these little nuggets. Out of space. Okay. That's fine. We're good for now. There we go. There's our barrel nuts. Right there, I think. Nope, that's just a dang tree. Okay. We're out in the desert. There's a barrel nut tree. Oh man, but it is by... Okay. Is this one safer? Yes. There we go. Our little alien pistachios. I'm just gonna chuck some biomass in the trash here so that we can take those home. Alright, so...
Potential edible collected. Eating it and surviving does not count as a valid field test and does not generate enough data for Fixit to make an informed decision. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
We're gonna take back
samples of unknown alien species acquired. It is unclear where on the flora or fauna spectrum it lies, but initial data suggests this might be a nest or an egg. Research the remains in the MAM to establish classification and potential countermeasures.
So I will see you guys back at the base here shortly, and then I think we'll knock out that last little bit of research. All right, so it looks like we were able to make it all the way back to the base. Yeah, let's knock out this research real quick, and then I think that is going to be wrapping things up here in just a minute.
This mushroom, dubbed bacon agaric due to its uncanny resemblance to raw bacon, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
Cool, so we have our hatchet remains.
The remains researched belong to a plant-like organism hosting the larva of the flying crab, the most mature of which hatch when threatened. Hatcher remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal...
Good. And our first Mercer sphere.
Mercer sphere analysis completed. Established local planetary signature of massage 2, AB, B, in the local Mercer sphere signals, allowing them to be tracked by the object scanner. Mercer spheres can also transmit data between specific...
Witness our scripture, witness our windows. Have you come to defile our shrine? Sing us a song.
Arguing the existence of intelligent alien life.
What?
While Fixit has figured out the method, all of the original data is still untranslatable.
Huh. Interesting. Alright, we did our Carterium. We have some Mycelia. Let's go ahead and knock this one out. We can make cloth.
The mycelial networks of these fungi possess unusually resilient hyphae, which show potential for making a strong but lightweight natural fabric. Additionally, it has similar medicinal and pest control applications to Mycelia on Earth.
Alright, I'm kind of bummed here. We went all the way for those barrel nuts, and I snacked on one on the way back because I ran out of pale berries, and on a couple rather, and man, that's disappointing. We're one short. Power slug.
This semi-slug, now dubbed Power Slug, is early in its life cycle and has retained only part of its potential energy storage capacity, giving it its blue color. Power slugs are capable of extracting latent energy from their surroundings, including through a form of photosynthesis, and preserve it in their porous semi-crystalline shell over their lifetime.
Interesting.
This explains why they rarely move after having found a suitable location.
Interesting. And we don't have... there's some prep we're going to have to do. There's overclocking. You get a power... oh, you get the ability to make power shards from that. Okay. Do we have enough quartz? We do.
The
Splendid.
crystalline mineral was a previously unknown variation of quartz, with uniquely large and flawless crystals, normally only found in synthetic quartz. The industrial application of this mineral will follow that of its synthetic counterpart, specifically in communication and exploration technologies.
Alright. So I think that wraps it up for this episode, folks. We've got all of the basics coming in here now. So I think we have a good start. So when we get back, we're going to be digging into the construction of our first mini factory and seeing how far we can get through the tier 1, tier 2, sorry, tier 2 milestones. All right, thanks a lot, folks. Leave a like, leave a comment below. Let me know if you saw anything or what you thought here. And if you are tuning in for the next episode, please make sure that you slap that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you know as soon as that video is posted. Thanks a lot, folks, and I will see you in the next one.